ऑडियो रिकॉर्ड होता नहीं। हुआ तो फिर छोड़ वाला, हुआ तो दियो नहीं, हुआ तो कट करो, स्पीकर खींचना और क्या आवाज़ नहीं तुम्हारा फोन दियो, उसमें मैं रिकॉर्डिंग कर चुके पड़े तो वो डालिए स्टैंड हो गया ऑडियो रिकॉर्ड हो, इसमें ऑडियो
to transform our ideas, creativity, thoughts, and planning into reality. I'm Abdul Rahim. I'll be your host for today seminar program. With this, I would like to call upon Mr. Anis Ahmad, Organizing Committee Chairman, Rehabilitation Foundation, to formally welcome you all in the seminar hall. Mr. Anis Ahmad, please come on stage.
By the grace of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we are able to convene here today for this seminar. So first to start with, I would like to invite on the dais Janab E.M. Abdul Rahman Sahab, who has come all the way from Kochi, and he is the project coordinator of this project, the India 2047 project. So I would like to invite him to come and have a seat on the dais. I'd also like to invite Mr. Ilyas Muhammad Tumbe, who has come from Bangalore, and he is the executive secretary of this project. So also invite you, sir, to please come have a seat. I welcome all the guests for accepting our invitations, and a lot of guests have come on a very short notice. So we welcome you all, sincerely welcome you all. Now, from my part, being the chairman of the organizing committee, I would also like to extend my sincere welcome to the guests and just introduce the guests, and inshallah, after the introductory session, we'll see various guests today. They'll be presenting their papers on various topics. So I'd like to welcome Professor Ishrat Nisar. She is a prominent human rights activist of Karnataka and also the principal of Vadapu Community College. Welcome, ma'am. Also like to welcome Mr. Professor Muzaffar Asadi Sahab, a prominent academician of Karnataka. He is a former chairman, Political Science Department, Mysore University. Welcome, sir. Also, Professor Nisha. She is the HOD of Sociology in Abbas Khan College. Welcome, ma'am. Professor Shabir Mustafa from Mysore, a very prominent social activist from Mysore, and also the Honorary Secretary of MESCO Educational Institutions, Mysore. Welcome, sir. Professor Nazneen Begum, she's a very prominent social activist, a social worker, everyone, a very familiar face in Bangalore, and also the corporator from the Social Democratic Party of India. Welcome, ma'am. And Mrs. Ambar Kurram, she's a co-founder of Oasis International School. Welcome, ma'am. We also have Mrs. Aisha Masood. She is the trustee of Oasis International School. Welcome, ma'am. And finally, we have Abdul Wahid Seth. He is the president of Popular Front of India, the Karnataka state. I welcome you, sir, for the program. Once again, I would like to extend my sincere welcome to all the guests who have come here, and we sincerely hope that we'll have a very fruitful discussion today, and also some very nice sessions and interaction from your side. Thank you. Assalamu alaikum.
Thank you, Mr. Anis. Now I would like to call upon Mr. E.M. Abdul Rahman Sahab, the project coordinator, India 2047, to give an introduction speech.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen, Assalatu wassalamu ala Rasulihi Ameen, wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Respected scholars, brothers and sisters, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Alhamdulillah, by the grace of Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we are at the opening session of a meaningful exercise, an academic seminar on Roadmap 2047 Muslim education, which form part of a wider theme, India 100 years. Being the national coordinator of this project, I would like to add a few points regarding the importance of the subject as well as the contents of this project. It may be a mere coincidence that we have assembled here to look forward and plan for future at a juncture where the situation is termed most depressive for Muslims of India. Not only for Muslims of India, to all sections of the people, the secular fabric of this nation is on crossroads. We wish that, as happened elsewhere in the world, somewhere in the past, the democratic exercise that we have participated last month and the ongoing transition of power centers in this country, let it not be a gateway to fascism as happened in history in the past. It is our wish and our prayer, along with all secular sections of the society. Still, history gives us a very valuable lesson that even at most adverse circumstances, an ideological community cannot get frustrated, and no powers on earth can prevent them from planning for their future and cannot get down their spirit and determination. Let us continue our onward march with self-esteem and self-confidence, and I hope at this juncture, this discussion by the intellectuals of Bangalore will be rekindling a ray of hope and confidence among the Muslims, for which we are responsible as the leading edge of the community, the educated elite of the community. By 2014, the year on which we remind, our Indian Republic has completed 65 years of its meaningful and otherwise existence. And we have 33 years ahead to our destination, that is 2047. As a community which forms the single largest minority in India and which constitutes the single largest socio-religious group, if we take different castes and different communities in India, it is our responsibility to take stock of our past and to plan for our future. So,
with this objective, a group of concerned citizens belonging to the minority Muslim community has decided to launch a seminar series across the country during this year, with the hope that the community, the different sections, the different organizations, the different institutions may be able to arrive at a roadmap for the next 33 years. So this task is being monitored by Empower India Foundation, which is a Delhi-based trust, which at present runs a publishing house, Empower India Press, and also running a very standard Hindi fortnightly magazine, India Next. And we have been asking different NGOs, organizations, and institutions in different states to sponsor seminars on different aspects of this general topic. By the grace of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, 2 months back, the first seminar was held, the 2-day seminar was held at Calicut, which was jointly sponsored by Institute of Objective Studies, a Delhi-based Institute of Objective Studies, IOS Calicut chapter, and a Calicut-based academic center which is called Center for Human Resource Development, CHR. And this is the second seminar in this series. And the Rehab India Foundation has come forward with the support of the local NGOs and Muslim intellectuals to hold this seminar. And on behalf of the project committee, I extend my sincere thanks for your gesture and for your commitment to this cause. Then again, in the coming months, definitely after Ramzan, 3 or 4 seminars will be conducted. We have already been planned one seminar at Chennai on women empowerment, another seminar at Calcutta on reforming the Muslim society, and at another seminar at Delhi on representation in legislature, executive and judiciary, and also one seminar is planned at Jaipur on media, and yet another seminar is being planned in pipeline. The proposal is in pipeline, maybe in the Hyderabad, on economic empowerment of the Muslim community. So I presume that the very titles of the seminar itself give an overall picture of the contents of this project, or the different spheres or different thrust areas of the project that the community has to undertake, and Empower India Foundation is only initiating a discussion from this respect. So now let us have a very brief and very fast journey through the different aspects of this project, which we will conclude with our seminar theme, that is educational agenda. So our purpose is to, our objective is to have a new India by 2047, when an empowered Muslim community in an empowered nation. And our hope is that, our wish is that, our dream is that by 2047, by the dawn of the 2nd century of the independent India, we will have an empowered Muslim community in an empowered Indian nation. And so, of course, this brings upon us a very heavy task, a continuous and consistent task of what we have to do in the next 30 years. If there is a very meaningful, everything is meaningful in Quran, but a thought-provoking ayah, or a part of an ayah in Quran, that in Allah la yughayyiru ma bi qawmin hatta yughayyiru ma bi anfusihim. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will not change the fate of any community unless until it itself comes forward for change. So if we want change, if we are not satisfied with it, we are not happy with the situation, and we want that there should be a positive change, then we ourselves has to come forward. Others can only help. Others can only help, and we ourselves have to come forward and undertake this task. So let us, what we have to do, there are some areas which we have to touch, or which we have to ponder in our journey to the 2nd century of independence. So there are some, while we plan for future, we must understand that we are not a community or an entity in isolation. We are living in India as part of the Indian society within the Indian nation, which is in the context of a global scenario. So the current status and future trends of the global level as well as the national level will have definitely an influence in shaping the destiny of Muslim community. So we must be able to foresee the various streams in which the world may move and the Indian society may move, the Indian nation may move in the coming years, so that all our planning and our execution should be related to or in adjustment with or in response to these changes that may emerge at global level as well as national level. So world scenario, the world is now under the clutches of Western imperialism with US as its head and European nations supporting it, and it is supported by the Zionist country Israel, and the Christian churches are also playing an indirect role in this. And at least the evangelical section of the Christian church is also playing a role in support of this US and Zionist agenda. Then this global scenario or the world power system poses a threat to the existence of the alien nations, of the Asia-African nations, then the religion, culture and growth, and Muslims happens to be the prime targets of this new world order, which is headed by the US, Zionism and imperialism. And political hegemony of the neo-colonialism and